So we're going to be talking and exploring Pflugerville, but primarily in this video, we're going to be focused on the northwestern part of Pflugerville. We're going to be starting out today here in Windermere Park. We're going to be hopping onto Gillian Creek trails. And if you stay to the end, I am going to show you a hidden little pond that not even most folks here in Pflugerville know about. As we get walking through this little park here is part of Heatherwild and Windermere neighborhoods. This is actually the HOA area for pool and everything else for the Windermere neighborhood. And we're gonna hop onto the Gillian Creek Trail. And that trail system starts at Grand Avenue Parkway, and the neighborhoods that are right around this northwest part is Heatherwild, Windermere, Springbrook, as well as some of the other neighborhoods that are here. The primary elementaries that service these neighborhoods are Windermere Elementary, then you've got Park Crest, as well as Pflugerville Middle Schools, Pflugerville High School. And actually, that old house back over there, and there's a house right over here, are owned by the same family. They used to have like old school Airbnb where you could come and rent the house, but you could also rent it out for events. At this point, they use it mostly for the goats and chickens and stuff, and so they use it, those ag exemptions here in the middle of Pflugerville. As we cross over the bridge, we'll head into the Gillian Creek Trail. You can come out, there's actually a little coin-fed machine there. You can get some food. I bring old bread before it goes stale, and we can actually, you can see the goat heading up looking for some snacks, and so it's fun to come out here, hang out, throw the goats some food, and then go for a walk. So as we get started walking down this trail, this is part of more than just over 56-mile trail system, dubbing Pflugerville's trail system the Capital Trail System of Texas. Why? Because almost 95% of Pflugerville's residents are less than a half a mile from direct access to one of the trails to get into this system. So, being that I've lived in Pflugerville for almost 15 years, I walk this trail almost every day. It's a great way to get out where I can see nothing but green, hear the creek, and enjoy some fresh air. I moved the first time into Pflugerville in 2002, but my dad has lived here in Pflugerville since the 90s. My cousin moved in soon after, and now we have not just family, but friends and their families all throughout Pflugerville. In 2000, there were about 17,000 residents. Now we're up over 80,000 residents in just less than 24 years. The reason for that is the proximity to downtown Austin. The price range here is really, really good. We're also, because we have access to I-35, toll roads 45 and 30, close to Mopac, that tech corridor. So we're in between two Dell campuses. We've got the Samsung campus, and the new Samsung campus will be in between that. We do have a corporate offices for Amazon. We're also super close to Tesla and Apple. So you can see why strategically, location wise, it is a great suburb city, and that's why it has grown so much. We have all kinds of great restaurants. We've got Brotherton's, which is a fusion barbecue. Absolutely amazing. Go get you some. Spring Hill, which is one of the original restaurants. El Rincon's been in here forever. We've got Texas Roadhouse, Sushi Nini, Iron Fish, just great restaurants. So much shopping. We've got shopping at I-35 and 45. All four corners of that are pretty much shopping centers. We've also got Stonehill. We've got 3 HEBs within 5 minutes. We've got a HEB plus a super HEB less than 10 minutes away, 2 Walmarts. So every kind of shopping that you can think of is just minutes away. One of the reasons when we were looking at places to live back in 2001, 2002, that we chose Pflugerville was not only because of its location, but we noticed Friday nights, and it's still like this, that the stands at the football field are pretty full. That can't just be the parents of the students, right? That's the community coming together. One of the reasons why we still love it here is because of this community sense. The reason we have all these trails coming through here, and you know, we have the Deutschen Fest, which is a fun, great festival that we do here at the Pflugerville Park in the springtime. If you're ever thinking about researching Pflugerville, not just the northwest part, but the rest of Pflugerville, you can reach out in the links in the description below. Happy to fill you in all about the schools, all about the neighborhoods, all about the different areas, and we'll get you into some houses so that you can take a look and see if Pflugerville is the right home for you too. So really close to here, there is an actual neighborhood. The official name of it is the Colored Edition. Back in the early 1900s, the African-American population that was here working in the cotton fields, yes, the cotton fields, couldn't live within the city limits of Pflugerville. So there was a farmer who sectioned off an acre and sold off a lot, and it was legally named the Colored Edition. Throughout the 19th century, there were a couple of times where, because they wanted to update the name, but the ancestors and the families of the original settlers in that neighborhood fought it. They were just like, you know what, this is part of history, this is part of our culture. If you didn't like it, shouldn't have named it that. So today we still have the colored neighborhood here in the northwest section of Pflugerville. So little interesting fact, I personally am glad they kept it the way it was. That way we remember our history, the good and the bad, and we make sure that we make better choices as we move forward. So that's a little bit of history about Pflugerville. So most of Pflugerville is single family houses, but we do have apartments as well as condos, some duplexes, but not a whole lot of them. Well, the condos start at around $250,000 and go on up to a little over $500,000. Single family homes typically start right around at 300, although you can find some in the 275 range. This northwest area of Pflugerville, we typically see houses that are anywhere from 275 on up to 575, but if you go into the greater part of Pflugerville, you get houses that are up $500,000, 750, up to about $1 million is where we kind of top out. So again, with that location, the prices here in 2024 make it an amazing place. We got off the main trail. I'm going to show you a little hidden pond back in here. Pretty awesome little spot. Being back at this little hidden pond back here makes me think about the fact that I grew up here in Austin. I moved here when I was 3 in 1976. And so what that has allowed me to do between growing up here, being in the housing industry for over 30 years, is that I know all these little spots throughout town. If you notice some of the other videos, I show you some of the other little hidden gems that you can find. And it takes a lifetime of information. So if you're considering moving around or moving to the greater Austin area, I'd love to be able to share with you my 30 years of knowledge, my 30 years of experience helping you make the best move possible. The only downside is right behind you is the water treatment plant. Yeah, so I mean the fish in here are really, they have extra flavor. Some of them have 3 eyes, 2 tails, but it's fine. It's fine. No, that's nature. Do keep an eye out because we're going to be making other videos diving deeper into the other parts of Pflugerville. Pflugerville is a community-based suburb city, but it's very dynamic. Different sections were built at different time periods, and so it's very different houses, and I want to be able to show that off. So keep an eye out for more Pflugerville and more Greater Austin videos.